When asked about Prime Minister Mottley'S comments on misinformation, the Prime Minister of Saint Lucia, Honorable Philip J Pierre, shared his experience, like that of Mia Mottley, of being featured in a video that makes false claims about Saint Lucia's relations with the United States of America. This video, having been posted only 4 days ago, has attracted 27,000 views.
In fact, I want to make it clear that the news, the YouTube video that's going on about me and President Trump, this is absolutely false. It's a synthetic thing. I've never had any connections with President Trump. I've never spoken to President Trump. The closest I've reached to President Trump is to speaking to Secretary of State Marco Rubio. So this is completely false.
The Prime Minister related the growing concern over the international impact of misinformation to an incident in the lower house of Parliament last week Thursday, where the sitting was suspended to allow the leader of the opposition, Honorable Alan Chastney, to substantiate an inflammatory claim he made on St. Lucian and Eastern Caribbean visa restrictions, which, by the member's own fact-checking, was found to be inaccurate.
You heard the leader of the opposition in Parliament on Thursday proclaim, in the sternest of voices, that Saint Lucia had lost, Saint Lucia and the OECS had lost their Schengen visa. This is a serious statement. This is a serious statement coming from anybody, and the leader of the opposition in particular was a former Prime Minister, only to be told that's completely false. Completely.
Prime Minister Pierre advocated for the national interest to prevail over partisanship in the island's discourse.
These are the kind of things that we must condemn. These are the things that create unnecessary issues. You see, John, Saint Lucia doesn't belong to any politician, you know. It belongs to the people of Saint Lucia. And we know that we are in the political season, and the best people try to contend to wrest the political power. But the country will remain. The country will remain after the elections when they are held next year. The country will remain. And we must always understand that in all our utterances, Saint Lucia must come first.
Until there is a regional fact-checker, like the CARICOM validation mechanism that Mia Mottley suggested, both the media and the political discourse will continue to be polluted by misinformation, disinformation, and fake news. And even then, the appetite for conspiracy theories, character assassination, and the mangling of the facts for political interest will mean that there will always be a market for misinformation. A market that cannot be eliminated, but hopefully can be contained and sidelined to the margins. For Choice News Now, I am Cianna Dalsan.